Before we get into this episode, I want to give a big thanks to some of those that helped make this series happen, the first one being Arc and Optics. You might have seen me, as well as other contestants on this challenge, use Arc and Optics before, and that is for a very good reason. These optics are great at any price, but they're really well known for punching up when you consider what they offer at the price points, which is especially true when using code Plinking at checkout. Whether you need some new glass for a long-range bolt gun, an AR-10, a hunting rifle, or an LPVO for your close to mid-range needs, they've got an optic for you. They're also 50 BMG rated, and you know I certainly tested that. I'll put a link in the description, so feel free to check them out and use code Plinking at checkout to get the biggest savings currently available. And for all your thermal needs, I recommend you check out D&T Optics. They too punch way up when considering what they offer at their price points. For example, the Therm Night is a thermal rifle scope with a digital night vision mode, infrared illuminator, day mode, laser rangefinder, and a ballistic calculator all in one at a budget-friendly price point for the entry-level model. The Hydra is all thermal as a monocular, a standalone scope, and my favorite, a clip-on, so you can turn your regular day LPVO into a thermal optic without having to change your favorite rifle setup. There's different resolutions to choose from, but once again, code Plinking gets you the biggest savings currently available on everything D&T. And again, I'll put a link in the description, so be sure to check them out as well. And lastly, I want to give a big thanks to Silencer Shop. Not only does Silencer Shop offer a vast array of suppressors to choose from, but they also make the process of obtaining them incredibly simple and fast. Silencer Shop is your one-and-done solution for all your suppressor needs, ensuring a headache-free purchase. With their streamlined process and comprehensive customer support, Silencer Shop truly makes suppressor ownership simplified. And now suppressor approvals are coming back faster than ever, sometimes in just a few days. Visit their website and find a Silencer Shop kiosk near you to get your fingerprints done and the process started. If you're not using Silencer Shop, you're working way too hard to get your suppressors. Hey, I'm Brandon, and this is the Texas Plinking 1 MOA at 1,000 yards challenge. A monthly series where I let 5 viewers of the channel come on out and see what they could do. The way it works is each shooter is going to have up to 10 shots. Right away, they're going to start off with a 10-inch target. Now that target is worth 10 points if they hit it on the first round, and it goes down 1 point for every shot following. Now whether the shooter hit it on the second or the 9th round, they could spend their remaining rounds all on the 5-inch target, which is worth double the points. For example, the second overall shot in a first attempt at the 5-inch can be worth up to 20 points, with it being worth 2 points less per shot. Once they hit the 5-inch target, the challenge is done, and for every round they didn't use of the 10 total is an additional point. That being said, 38 points is the maximum. The way you do that, hit the 10-inch on the first shot, second shot is the immediate hit on the 5-inch, and then you got 8 shots you didn't use. That's 38 points. If that doesn't make sense, I say we just get shooting and you'll figure it out. In any case, we're still giving away the challenge coins. A gold coin for a first cold bore shot, a silver coin for impacts between shots 2 and 5, and a bronze coin if you get an impact on the 10-inch target between shots 6 and 10. A new addition to this challenge is whoever scores the most points per episode can compete in another challenge, and that one is all about group size. If that shooter can print a 10-shot group at 1,000 yards within 10 inches, they get a brand new challenge coin, and the first 3 people to complete that challenge gets $1,000. That video goes live on the second Sunday of every month, so be on the lookout. All right, and up first, who do we have?
Hi, my name's Trey.
Trey, thanks so much for coming out.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Awesome. What rifle do you have here?
This is the Ruger RPR. It's
awesome.
6.5 Creedmoor. Recommendation from your channel.
Absolutely, yeah.
I actually was going to buy this before I saw your episode.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was kind of like a confirmation when I got it.
This was actually my first ever, I don't know what year it was, must have been 2018, 19. It was my first rifle I ever bought for precision. I knew nothing about anything. I heard 6.5 Creedmoor is a cool cartridge. I threw a scope on there, torqued on there probably as tight as I could, didn't know anything. Yeah. And then I actually learned with an RPR and 6.5. And so they are really, really capable out-of-box rifles for sure.
I'm very impressed with this. You know, I've had a couple of other ones, just mostly light hunting rifles, but yeah, this one shoots pretty straight.
Sweet. And what are you doing for glass?
So this is the Arkin EP5. This is the
cool.
5 to 25. This is the first gen.
Yep.
So, you know, again, recommendation from the channel.
And this is cohesive as well, just because it's a lot of heavy hitting stuff, and like the price point on everything here together is awesome. Is that a cantilever from them as well? Is that like 20 MOA or?
Yes,
okay,
it
cool.
is. And so of course the rail is 20 also. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you got 40 MOA.
So just accidentally there's 40.
And you could get the 0 still, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
There's this one time I think I put a 20 MOA on a 40 MOA rail at one point, or vice versa, 40 MOA cant on 20 on a Desert Tech on accident, and I couldn't get the 0 at 100. I'm like, oh shoot, I got to go 0 MOA.
Won't go
I did
down.
too much, but yeah, and this is cool. Now you paid for all the clicks, you get to use all the clicks if you want to.
Right.
Very cool. What are you doing for ammo?
So we're gonna do the Hornady match, 147 grain.
Okay, yeah, it's a white and red box.
Yep.
Okay, good stuff.
Pretty standard stuff.
Cool. What's your confidence level looking like?
Yeah. You know, I mean, pretty decent. You know, I mean, I put some rounds in just, I mean, specifically for this.
Cool.
So
awesome.
Oh, it's windy today.
You're going to be the first to shoot the new berm, well, old berm, but redid it. We turned the dirt, made it even bigger, taller, wider, and so the dirt to see splash should be much, much easier than before. We had a lot of weeds growing on it, so overdue, but should be a nice berm. You can break it in for us.
I'll promise to hit the berm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Awesome. Thanks so much,
Hey,
man. Looking forward
thanks.
to it.
All right.
Alrighty, sir. Ready when you are. You said you're going for that white one in the middle?
Yes, sir. White one in the middle.
Ready when you are.
Any indicator so far?
I've got nothing, and I would hate to keep going if we don't see any splits at all.
We don't see them on the ground.
Not necessarily a spot here, but if we don't see anything, I mean, maybe it could be high.
Still nothing?
Nothing, man.
Wow.
On your next shot, I'm gonna look at like just the entire field in its entirety and see if I see anything.
Okay.
I don't see. Have you seen any of them?
I haven't seen anything.
I don't see anything, man. That's 5 rounds. I don't know if it's smart to keep going if we don't see anything at all. All right, and up next, who do we have?
Scott.
Scott, thanks so much for coming out, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. What rifle stuff you got here?
I've got a Tika CTR, pretty much factory rifle, and a Graybow Renegade stock.
Okay, sweet. I love these stocks. I got a couple of them, and they're really cool. Take that Macmillan look to them.
Yeah.
Ergonomics and everything.
Yeah, exactly. I've had it for about a year and happy with it so far.
Okay, awesome. Well, what's this one chambered in?
6.5 Creedmoor.
Awesome. What's the barrel length? Looks a little shorter.
It's a so the CTR comes in either a 20 or a 24 inch. This one's a 20 inch.
Okay. And what are you doing for glass?
Bushnell LRHS. Like 4.5 to 18. So normally I shoot 140 ELDMs out of this. I don't hand load. I have a buddy that owns a reloading company that
Cool.
developed that load for me. When I told him that that I was able to connect with you, he said we need to shoot the 153.5 burger. So that's what we're shooting. He loaded up a bunch of loads. We tested it and found one that the gun liked, and that's what I'm doing today.
Awesome, awesome. So I got to ask the confidence level. What are you thinking?
It's pretty windy.
Yeah,
If I can see misses, fairly confident.
Okay, well, perfect. Like I said before, we've got a new berm out there that should be much easier to hopefully see splashes,
Yeah.
and so that should help. It's bigger, so it should catch more stuff as well. So looking forward to seeing it get done. So thank you, sir.
Awesome, appreciate it.
All right, that's a hit on 3. That leaves you 7 rounds for a half MOA. Let's see here. So you're at 8 points. All right, for the 7 remaining shots of the half MOA, which one do you want to go for?
Let's go the one right below it.
All right, white right below it. Ready when you are. It bounced in.
The bounce?
It bounced itself.
I think that's my last one.
Right up next, who do we have?
Hey, I'm Brandon.
Brandon, hey, thanks for coming back, man. You
Yeah,
were here,
man.
how long ago was it?
It was almost a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what rifle did you bring out at that time?
I had a Bergara 6.5.
Okay.
Creedmoor.
Cool. And how'd that one go? I remember, were you getting pretty close to it?
I was
And
getting close, but I couldn't get it on. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's kind of redemption.
Total
time.
redemption day, huh?
Yeah.
And on top of that, this is a long drive as well. You came from Birmingham, Alabama, you said, so a
Yes,
little
sir.
over 12 hours. That's some commitment just for that redemption. So
Yeah.
we're going to be sure to get it done. And what are you going to get it done with?
It's another Bergara Premier. This one's in 308.
Okay.
20-inch barrel. It's hard to tame 308, so I had to
Sure.
get a heavy chassis and
Yeah, for sure.
stuff like that.
And this chassis, funny enough, it's just coincidental. I just got one of these chassis myself about a month or so ago, started making some videos on it. On the last long range challenge, the guy who did amazing had the same challenge, the same chassis as well, and now you got it in the same color as well. Funny to see.
Yeah, it's so
very
sick.
cool.
I love this chassis.
Yeah, it is awesome. If you guys don't know, MDT AEC Elite, and I think titanium blue or something they
Yeah,
call it.
yep.
Yeah, very, very pretty. What are you doing for suppression?
It's a Liberty Precision machine, 30 cal can. We're doing a Bushnell XRS2.
Okay, cool.
It's a 6-30.
Okay, awesome. That's a healthy zoom range for sure.
Yeah.
What are you doing for ammo?
175 Sierra Match King.
Oh, good
Factory
stuff.
ammo.
Yep. Good stuff. That is pretty extra stuff. That and the 168s is like use my go-tos to prove a 308
Yeah.
typically. So very, very cool to see. Got to ask as well, confidence level?
I don't know, 50-50.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll dial it on in there. I'm looking forward to seeing it get done. So
Yeah, man,
thanks so
for
much,
sure.
man. Really
Thanks.
appreciate it.
that was close.
All right, up next, who do we have?
Andy.
Andy, thanks so much for making it out.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. What rifle setup do you have here?
So it's a Curtis Action 6.5 Creedmoor Masterpiece Arms chassis, dual trigger, Night Force NXS 8 to 32 56, and a Silencer Co. Evo or Harvester Evo 30.
Man, you've watched this before.
I have.
Hey, take it out of me. The comments are going to love you. Say, Brandon talks too much. So that was perfect. What are you doing for ammo?
Just Hornady ELDM 147 grain.
Okay,
that
awesome.
stuff.
Second person today to be using that. So
Yep.
very, very cool to see that fly. Yep. So, I got to ask, I know the winds are blowing pretty good, but what's the confidence level looking like?
Wind's going to be the issue, but maybe like a 5.
Within 5? Love to see that. If you do that, what's that half a moa looking like?
I'll just be happy to hit the 10-inch plate.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, looking forward to it. So thank you,
Yeah,
thank you so
absolutely.
much, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. There.
Yes!
Nice. That was a delayed ring, too. All right, lastly, who do we have?
Bill.
Bill, thanks so much for making it out. We must mention, Bill, we're so appreciative for you because you're going to shoot prone, and I know how badly you wanted to use this beautiful bench.
You know, we need to really talk about that.
Yeah, but I think what's going to happen, I've seen it done before, people who want to shoot off the bench, they shoot their best prone. It just happens to be that way.
Okay, I'm going to be sweet, and I'm not going to disagree right now. But go ahead.
Hey, anyway, we got a cool setup here. What do you have here?
All right, 6.5 KGR stock, pretty nice Nikon scope, Krager barrel.
Nikon, that Night Force. You can't get those
Night
two
Force.
confused. Oh yeah, Night Force. Come on.
And a good friend of mine, gunsmith down in Center Point, put this barrel on for me the other day, and it's just a stock Remington 700 action, which I'm 100 years old and I need to be shooting on a bench, but I got to lay down on the ground. No, but that's just it's old school stock.
Yeah, yeah.
So
well, awesome.
I just hope I can see the burn down there.
For
today,
sure.
You know.
Absolutely. What suppressor is this?
Pardon me.
Oh, what suppressor is this?
What
The
compressor?
The suppressor
Yeah.
can.
Andy, what is that compressor? What is that titanium?
Oh, yeah.
Yama.
I believe it. It works. Good deal.
Yeah, it'll do. It'll do.
Perfect. And then 6.5 Creedmoor. What are you doing for ammo?
Hand loads.
Hand loads. Okay, awesome. What's the grain weight on that?
40.
140. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. You feeling pretty confident with the challenge?
I just hope I can see the berm down there.
Oh, I'm sure you will. It's a real beautiful berm. I think you'll do great. What's your experience too? I remember Andy was telling me. What do you serve?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Talk about it a little. Don't be don't too modest.
Vietnam vet.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your service. And so hopefully we see a plate move and all that good stuff for you. But looking forward to watching it get done.
Thank
you,
much.
sir.
I did not see that. Golly, look how far right that is. Good gracious. I didn't see that one either. Yeah, I saw that one.
There it is!
Nice.
You know how far off I was on windage?
You can have 2 more shots to go for one of the half MOAs. You want to go for that white one beneath it?
Yeah. How far off is that?
Close. No.
I think
That was
just left
good.
it. All right, obviously not the results we wanted there, and that's the thing is after these events, off camera we'll do a little bit of shooting as well. We got some new berms even at 100 yards, so we can at least see what's going on, see if
try to
it's
hit that
zeroed.
one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, well, it's just maybe it's a zero thing, zero got thrown out of whack, something, I don't know.
It probably was. We didn't zero this morning. You know, so I mean, it's been a couple of weeks, but normally it holds pretty well.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. We will, and maybe I'll kind of update something in the description to see, like, you know, the people want to know, just to learn off of it as well. For a while there, I was nervous, like, shoot, is the berm done something to where it absorbs everything? And we saw the rest of them, so obviously something's just a little off. So
I
whatever
thought,
that is.
okay, it's drifting way into the trees, and then you guys are like, we can't see it anywhere in the
Yeah.
field. And I was thinking right before you said it, which is, man, if I'm shooting over the berm, you know, obviously you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, you saw me triple check all the numbers. I was like, what is
Yeah.
going on here?
Yeah,
So,
who knows? And it could be a case of, you know, maybe once I get home and look at the long distance camera,
Yeah.
maybe even the drone footage and stuff like that, to where I'm like, oh, you know what, the naked eye there didn't pick it up, but now I'm pixel
Yeah.
peeping and maybe we can. So it's just a matter of figuring it out, but we'll update the description if we
I appreciate
see
it.
anything, but thanks so much for making it out. I appreciate it. All right, again, not necessarily the results we're going for, but they started putting together a pretty good group, and you just almost nicked it on the last
I
few
know.
there too.
I know when you finally see it, you can finally start tracking them in. So
Exactly, and you didn't see the first couple.
No, I didn't see the first couple. Tried
So-
to dial back on the
Sure.
zoom a little bit, but
From what I remember, slightly high, not by a heck of a whole lot, and that might be the difference between shooting from here in Alabama and then just very, very windy, and it was throwing it off to the right over of
Yeah.
the orange target.
we shot last weekend. It was right around 85% humidity.
Oh,
so-
really? Yeah. That's the funny thing today. I don't think anyone missed left. It was just all right, as you would imagine with this wind. But you started seeing it, and it was obvious because the shots towards the end there were really shaping up. So
yeah, well, it's
but
called a challenge for a reason.
It
so.
sure is, absolutely. And as it goes off camera, we're going to start dinging it so easily. But as it goes for this one, man, I really appreciate you coming out here.
Yeah,
We'll make
thanks,
sure to
man.
make it worth your while and have some fun off camera too.
Absolutely.
So thanks so much, Brandon.
Thanks, man.
All right, sir, how'd it go from your perspective?
Once I kind of saw where it was going, finally got on the 10th round there. But wind was a lot more than I expected. I had to dial a lot more than I planned to.
Absolutely.
But I was, like I said, just happy to hit it. So
Once you started getting in within the vicinity, just so the viewers at home now, I mean, you were
yeah,
on it.
I could see them really well, and they were
Yeah.
right there.
What were you doing for wind at that point? Were you holding and dialing, just
I
dial?
dialed 6 MOA and held 2 more.
So people know, yeah.
Eight,
It was,
8 total MOA.
It's crazy.
Left to right.
I think, funny enough, the last challenge we did last month where people were performing really stellar,
Yeah.
it was the one I was most worried about weather-wise.
Right.
And we got hit with the storm later, but that was the least wind we've ever had. It was right before a storm. And then here, it just wants to crank all the time. But
left to right heavy today. But,
big time.
Glad I hit it on last shot, so
absolutely.
that's better than nothing.
Absolutely. And so that is good for that silver coin. I'm sorry, not silver. That's good for that bronze coin for you.
That looks like gold.
Yeah, well, they screwed him up. That's that bronze coin on that last round. So thanks so much,
man.
man.
Thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate it. Alrighty, sir, and got that hit on the 8th round, which is good for that bronze coin. Well, and you know, it would have been much better than bronze if you were sitting off the bench, and we'll see that off camera, and I know it.
You know that.
I know it,
You
but the problem is I'm running out of silver coins, so that's why we have to do it this way.
There you go.
But how'd it go from your perspective?
It went well. I used a calculator, bullet calculator.
Yeah,
And it was way off.
yeah.
As far as my elevation, I was pretty happy
You
with that.
were really good there.
But the windage, where I started, the calculator was like 1.24 or something like that.
Yeah,
And I dialed at 12.
yeah.
That was the difference when I started. And I didn't
For
even
sure.
see
Oh,
those
yeah.
first couple of rounds
Yeah,
until we started walking over.
Yep.
But it's always the win.
absolutely. It
Always
is.
the
It
win.
sure is. That is the repetition of this channel. People hear me talk about the wind all the time, and I'm going to try to tone it down, but you'll hear it in the video. It was a tough
You
one.
bet. No, it was great. I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, Bill. You did some fine shooting. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
So thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
All right, Scott, considering these wins and all, even with no wins, shot in the 3rd is an awesome performance. Good for that silver coin, sir.
Awesome,
So
thank you.
there's that. So that being said, how'd it go from your perspective?
I mean, better than expected.
Yeah.
Like you said, ton of wind. I dialed what I thought it was and had to add a whole nother mil on top of that.
Yeah, no one was
So-
missing left today, like I had said.
Yeah,
So it was
yeah.
brutal. It seems like it's only cranking up. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a nutty
But
one.
I was able to see my miss and correct for it, but couldn't connect on that 5-inch.
Yeah, well, shoot, even that one was like starting to scare it pretty good. I think
Yeah.
at the very, I mean, technically you did hit it. I don't have a coin for the bounce hit, but
Yeah.
you know, it's a hit in some way or another. I wouldn't want to
take
get hit with the bounce 6.5. So
Yeah,
it's,
right.
You know, neither with that plate, but it did. So that's pretty awesome, man. And also, we're going to start leading into the next video. You're the highest scorer of today. It's going to lead into the next video if you guys haven't seen those. It's going to be episode 5, I believe, of trying to get a 10-inch group on a piece of cardboard downrange. Of those, we'll see how many get on there. But that'll be fun. So that's going to be uploaded a week from now. But as of right now, some fine shooting, man. So I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, that does it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time.